My first time in Colombia, actually first hour in Colombia, and I'm gonna go straight to the neighborhood El Paraíso, to barrios. Sometimes people call them favela here, favelas. But as far as I understand, this is not a correct term for Colombia. They call it here barrios, which is pretty much the same thing, I guess, but we'll see. I'm gonna go there with a local guide, so I hope we'll be safe. Hey, hello.
Did you live in United States?
No, I never been to. Unfortunately, I guess for the next, I don't know how many years it will be not possible.
Oh yeah, because our president.
Yeah, I mean, then like this politics, situation. And I guess for you it's the same. You cannot get a visa to Russia, I guess.
No, I wouldn't even want to try. I wouldn't even want to try.
Hola, buenas tardes. So I guess we're gonna continue by train.
The cable car.
Okay. What is your name?
I am David Cruz.
David Cruz. I'm Roman. Nice to meet you. What's the correct term? Barrios or favelas? And what's the difference?
The thing is, favela is mostly like international term from
Like
Brazil.
a brand. Okay.
In Colombia, for example, we don't call this area favela. We call it, well, there's people that call it invasiones, invasions, occupations.
Informal settling, kind of. Reminds me of a ski resort.
Sí, sí, sí.
Wow, that's so surreal. Like right at the edge of the cliff.
And drinking.
Wow.
This is a tribute to the coffee and the chapoleras, the woman that used to pick up the coffee on the coffee farm.
Sorry, your bag is open.
Ah, gracias. Pues to jest doña Puroko. Ay, gracias.
Yeah, when you see the size of the area, it's impossible to just destroy it and build something new. It's too big. It's like a backbone of the city. They cannot even right now redevelop Dharavi slum in India, which is just like a fraction. I mean,
Of this.
Yes, it's so integrated into culture and everything. So they will probably somehow renovate it, but not gonna destroy for sure. And I would say it looks quite nice. It doesn't look like slum or whatever. Yeah, it looks beautiful. I would even go so far to say that, well, I don't mind living in a place like this.
Honestly, yeah.
Wow, that looks very interesting. Even some outdoor gyms. I wanted to ask about this cable car. Local people who live here, do they have some discount? I mean, or they just pay the full price exactly as
the
we?
full price, but it's only 80 cents more or less per
So
ride.
it's pretty affordable,
It's
this
very
cable
affordable,
car.
But there is people that also cannot afford to that. You know,
And so what they use? They still use like buses or something like
depending where you're located. So, for example, people here is better taking the bus just here and going to the rest of the city.
that? And how much does it cost?
It's the same because
Same
it's an
price.
integrated transportation system. So even if you are very close to a station, you can use the blue bus and then going to a cable car, or then to a blue bus to the red bus. 80 cents. It's quite good.
Yeah,
The
I
thing is,
mean,
the cable car take you down, and from there you can take the bus.
If you compare it with cable cars in other cities, it's pretty much nothing. Usually
this
it's
is
way more
subsidized by the
expensive.
government. You're very lucky because 2 weeks ago there was a problem with the cable car, so everyone has to take the bus again. So it was crazy.
Yeah, that was a
And we
scenic
had to
ride.
come here by bus because these areas are in developing. So there is, for example, like 14 is not a legalized neighborhood. You can see that the streets are like dirt road. They connect it legally to the energy. They connect it legally to the water. And same happens where John lives over there in Maravillas de Dios. So
Question also about the land here. So in for example, this area is legal, so people live legally here, they own
They
the
own
land.
the land, the
Is it
house.
possible, for example, if you or me, if we want to, let's say, buy a piece of land here, is that possible?
Legal areas, yes, and also in the illegal areas and the new illegal urbanizations. But over there, what you are going to receive is only a document like between you and me that I'm selling you the lot. That's it.
Okay, I see. And
The
what
most
is,
important
do
is
you
that
know
so-
the price, like at least the range, price
So, for
range?
example, over there is 8 million pesos, like it's $3,000. You can buy a lot, a quite big lot, for $3,000. It's good. And many people use that way, build their first house, then when they have some money, every cent they go to the house. So slowly by themselves build their houses. So
And in this legal area, what can be the price?
here is higher. For example, a house in around $50,000 more or less, around 150 million pesos, around $50,000. There.
Foreigners allowed to buy it, or only Colombians? Yeah.
You can. It's not possible. It's possible. It's possible.
I noticed that some houses are, I would say, quite nice. I mean,
Yes, there is some houses. that are
they
very-
doesn't look like, you know,
No.
slum.
but
They look
it's
beautiful.
Like, everything depends with the time.
Yeah, sure.
So, as new the neighborhood is, more like a slum is, because the people is just starting their life in the city. For example, there is houses of more than 30 years. So, also, if you are a person that works with a lot of effort, you will do a house quite good. If not, if maybe you enter into any addiction or things like that, obviously your house is not so good. So, depends also your life, no?
Yeah.
So, these areas, we can see that it's a mix of illegal and legal areas.
Look, there's proper football field, soccer field. Wow. Well, let me tell you this. When I first saw this word, barrios, favelas, about this place, I imagined something like, what kind of picture comes into your mind when you hear these words? And now I can safely say that, well, this area looks way nicer and way safer than, for example, a place where I grew up in Russia. Definitely it's not like Moscow or St. Petersburg, but my place where I grew up, not even close as developed and nice as this area, which is considered barrios, favelas, or whatever people call it. I mean, look, it actually looks really cool, really beautiful. And I would say also relatively clean. Yes, there are some trash, rubbish here and there, but it's not too bad. Absolutely. It's actually a proper gym, proper outdoor gym. To be clear, for the record, I'm definitely not romanticizing like poverty or whatever. Poverty exists everywhere and it's a problem. And I do understand that a lot of people here struggle actually. But what my point is that, well, it actually doesn't look really bad here.
Here you can see that we are in surroundings of many neighborhoods. So, for example, all this area is Bella Flor, but you can see that every part is also very different of way of developing. So the government is also legalizing some areas, but there is some areas that are abandoned. So, for example, here you can see that the stairs are good, not so good as the first one that we maybe saw over there. There is even some areas that only have tires as stairs.
I see chickens. I see some
there's
chickens.
There's people that illegal urbanizations. So here you can see that it's a little bit more organized, let's say. But Ciudad Bolívar is like that. It's a mix of occupations, illegal urbanizations, and many people working very hard for it. So this area is like a center of the upper part of the mountain of Ciudad Bolívar.
I'm pretty sure that if you just walk in this area without like camera or whatever, you're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Like you don't need like a guard or whatever.
Yeah, you definitely stand out with that though.
Yes,
I see
sure.
People looking at you. They're
Yeah.
not looking at you like bad. But you're like,
Yes, they're just curious.
Yeah.
It's curiosity. Yeah. So this one is si se arrienda. So they rent it out, right?
The apartments. for rent.
Para
And what could be the price per month?
$100 to $150
Per month.
for the hotel.
And there's everything, water, electricity.
No, you have to pay it apart.
Yeah, I mean, it's available. It's available,
In this
obviously.
area, yes.
Okay.
There's coffee, espresso, cappuccino,
Nice setup.
chocolate.
Yep.
Something to eat, we can try over here.
Gracias. Nice. I just don't eat pork, so that's why, yeah. Some kind of fruit inside. That's a pretty rough setup, I would say. But yeah, that's the part of the experience. But to me, yeah, I actually like this kind of coffee. I feel like it's Robusta, not Arabica. I don't like Arabica. Yeah, it's pretty nice. And what is the price for coffee, for a cup of coffee?
Like this?
Yeah.
2,000 pesos.
Like how much money on average people earn? Like average person here.
$100?
How much money per month you should earn to be considered rich? Let's say you live in downtown.
Between 8 to 10 million.
At 8, 10 million and you're rich. Okay. In my home country it would be also kind of like you're all right with 3,000-4,000 per month. Guys, tell me, how much money do you need to earn to be considered rich, like really rich, in your country, city, whatever? I think it's interesting. Let's see. Can we all be rich, kind of relocating ourselves or not? Good afternoon. Nice people. What have you gotten? What is this?
This is a cheesecake.
Every story kind of claims a bit more space. It's also the thing in Dharavi in India. They built in a way, but not like this. They built in a way that they close the entire I mean, you cannot even see the sky. It looks like an arch. Yeah, there are some like trash here and there, but it's not the case everywhere. It actually doesn't look like this. It looks pretty clean, I would say, except some areas. It's almost everywhere. The second floor is a bit overhanging of the main building, gives you a bit more space. I'm pretty sure it's illegal, but it exists. Some houses look really nice, like beautiful. Some are not. Some are very, very basic. What I always notice in places like this, people are living their lives, that's for sure. They know the joy and they smile a lot. And they're actually, more often than not, are very nice and friendly. Look at this house, it looks really cool. This area is the highlight for sure. Super clean, super beautiful, but the main thing is over there. Look at this, the entire city in front of you. Someone is dancing, someone is playing football. That's the childhood. I noticed that there are so many dogs, like a lot of them.
There are some people that unfortunately abandon them here.
I would make a mission to come up here and like save all these dogs.
What do you mean by save?
Like bring them back bring them somewhere, bring them back home, bring them.
Yeah, also there
know.
is some foundations that do that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there is also people that comes to this park and abandon their dogs.
They just leave them.
This is very sad.
Hey guys. Hola.
Señor que ya se la pasa adentro. I hope you like this small urban exploration, so thank you so much. Gracias.
Thank you. Muchas gracias. Well, I think that was a perfect dive in Bogota. It's literally my first 2 hours. I'm amazed by all these people, how they kind of living in somewhat, I would say, harsh conditions sometimes. They're still super smiley, super friendly. I think there is a lot for a lot of us to learn from them, how to live the life. They're very resilient, I would say, most of them. Very nice. I'm very looking forward to other places here in Bogota, in Colombia. I hope you guys enjoyed this little tour. I hope to see you soon, take you with me on my next adventures. Until we meet again, remember, the world is yours to discover. Stay safe, take care, and bye for now.